painted the rainbow flag? Who painted the rainbow flag in front of the black bookstore, brothers and sisters?
Hello, tabletoppers. You want to make a villain. D&D villains are one of the most important NPCs in a D&D campaign. You gotta be really scary and intimidating. My name is Kosal and I, and today I'm gonna be taking a look at them and make them really good in this episode of Tip of the Spectrum.
Alright, let's get rid of that before I get copyright claimed. What up, fellas? The name's Kosal. No BS today. It's time to lock in as I teach you how to make the BBEG for your next campaign. Because I'm tired of the old shopkeeper being an intergalactic eldritch being. So sit down, shut the fuck up, and let me do my magic. It's time to get evil in this bitch.
Lesson 1. Deciding your baseline villain.
You know how Voldemort kind of seems like a nice guy compared to Umbridge? D&D villains are super important to your campaign because they're the driving force to your players' motivations. Unfortunately, not everyone can be expected to be a good writer. Holy shit, this thing fucking sucked. I'd rather watch XP to level 3's 10 terabyte collection of Disney princesses getting rammed by Brennan Lee Mulligan. Listen, even actual writers are dog shit at making characters, so what chances does the general populace have? Also, a good D&D villain is just made completely different from the ones in books or movies. Thankfully, there's a bunch of media out there, so get to stealing. Now here's how I skirt around my players, realizing I'm not original. I take multiple villains and combine their traits into one. For example, the very first villain I created was called the Game Master. Yes, very original, I know. He had the voice and mannerisms of the Joker, the love of games and sense of retribution of Jigsaw, and the personal charm and annoyance factor of Handsome Jack from Borderlands. It's while playing the campaign that you can slowly form a more fleshed out version of your BBEG. But this gives you a nice, easy place to begin with. You start overthinking when you gotta start from scratch. Too many things going through your mind with the excitement of a new campaign, and now you got a lame ass villain because you decided to blow your load of exposition in the first week of playing. God damn, I miss playing the Game Master.
Lesson 2. Understand your party.
Villains are one of the most important... what am I doing? I can't do a British accent. Or is it New Zealand? Australian? Same shit. You know who I'm doing. Hey, I'm bald and I have a beard. I'm like every vegan pothead in Portland. Whatever, shut the fuck up. You do the bit if you think you can do it better. Do you know what makes a good villain? Here's 4 choices. I'll give you 10 seconds to answer what's important. I'll wait. Did you answer yet? You got it down? You sure you want to circle that? No takebacks. The answer was all of them. It's all important, you fool. But none of this matters if your players do not give a shit about the bad guy. And the only way to make them give a shit is knowing what ticks their characters off, because not everyone is the same. Some players may become more invested if you mess with them by stealing their stuff. Others, maybe you kidnap NPCs they like. But my favorite thing to do is finding the most vulnerable and easily manipulated player and see if I can secretly convince them to betray their fellow party members. Oh, but isn't it core advice on Reddit to not let your party fight with each other? Totally, and it makes sense, but if you're a forever DM like me, you gotta find enjoyment in the little things. In my honest opinion, just about anything can go in a campaign, as long as you don't make it weird and not have any favoritism. Make it all equal. They're your friends. You should know how they think and act. A villain doesn't have to be there right from the beginning. Use some minions to understand your player characters and then introduce the BBEG when you got a solid idea of how they act.
Lesson 3. Making an impression.
Impressions are always important since you're looking to make an impact. And guess what? There's 4 ways you can do that. Or instead, you can watch this gaming video I made the other week. No? Damn! It was worth a try, right? Almost had you there. Don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all on board with those videos one day. But while I got y'all here, check out the fucking ice I got. God damn, you ain't never seen a D&D YouTuber with a ring like that. Shit! Woo! God damn. Oh, by the way, check this out. I just learned this on YouTube 10 minutes ago. Money fam! Yeah, broke bitches ain't never seen nothing like that. That's that YouTube revenue coming in, baby. Check it out. Oh, you can have it all. Yeah, baby. Woo! Ooh, I'm fucking hyped, dude. Woohoo! Yeah, let's do it. Yes, Everybody wants to make a villain with a little schma, a little pizzazz, some gumption. And you know who I'm gonna bring up? The Game Master, baby.
Thank you, come again. My bad. That accent sucked.
I ain't loved a man this much since that one time in Cabo, November 6, 1994. You see, the Game Master was very obviously overpowered. He would use D20 dice to shape the fabrics of reality, and damn did he love fucking with the party. But there's a key aspect about him. Despite all the things he would put my party through, he always gave them a choice, a way out, a roll of the dice to put themselves in a more favorable outcome. In fact, there's even some points where he gives them the very same dice he uses to see how they would make use of them. In turn, this made the party very conflicted on whether or not he was a bad guy. He would certainly do things to harm good people, but he'd also hurt bad folks in the same way. To him, there was no discrimination. As the campaign progressed, they began to wonder if every little event had some influence by the Game Master. Night and day, they'd be wondering if this was all just one of his little games. In reality, he had much more important things to do, and they were just a neat little side project. D&D is a very imagination-focused game. Sometimes, the best thing to do is to let your player's idea of a villain run wild and not give them too many obvious hints. Mystery is what leaves an impression. On the flip side, take someone like Strahd, who everybody kinda knows going into that campaign is just some evil virgin incel. Yeah, there's different ways you can play Strahd, but the core of it is that he's just a literal curse on the entire land of Barovia. The end game is to get rid of him in some shape or form, while with the Game Master, you're not sure what to do. Conflicts now introduced into the party because some folks kinda trust him and others are highly suspicious. Meanwhile, you get to sit back and watch the chaos unfold. Because that's the dream, baby. That's the dream. Lesson 4. Love. I was going to film outside and do a Bob Worldbuilder impression, but it's currently raining.
What the fuck? It's 6 o'clock. Why is it so fucking dark outside, cat? Jesus fucking Christ.
So instead, I'm going to take this time to reiterate how terrible the Taz graduation campaign was. The other arcs are fine. This one just fucking sucks. Respectfully, of course. Love is a fickle mistress. You never truly understand what you have until you lose it. The Game Master was the villain from the very first campaign I ever ran. 3 years of playing him just for it all to be ruined by one of my friends having a child. I've come to terms with this now, but looking back at it, I loved him. Just like how my friend had a baby, the Game Master was my baby. And my friend aborted my baby, shoved a wire hanger right up there until I found myself staring into the abyss of life itself. What I'm saying is that you gotta love playing the villain in order to be the best. Being the villain isn't just evil monologues and messing with your friends. It's a way of life. You have to think like a villain. Eat like a villain. Become the villain. Now this hobby is filled with people that are too nice for their own good, telling you that it's not a you versus them scenario, but a group harmony. Now me, I disagree. I'm here to watch my players wriggle like worms under the blazing heat of the summer solstice. Of course, I give them an equal playing field, because where's the fun in just crushing them under the weight of their own mistakes? What joy is there in, well, I'll be the Game Master. Ain't seen you in years. Kosal, it's been some time. Heard you got yourself a nice new campaign you're running.
Well, you got a better idea?
I did. Once.
You did once. Well, you been to Mexico, Game Master? Huh? 'Cause I hear what they got in Mexico for boys like you.
Hell yes, I've been to Mexico. Is that a fucking problem?
I'm gonna tell you this one time, Game fucking Master. And I ain't fooling. What I don't know, all them things that I don't know, will get you killed if I come to know them. I ain't joking.
Yeah, we'll try this one. And I'll say it just once.
Go ahead.
Tell you what. We could have had a real good life together. Fucking real good life. Had a whole campaign of our own. But you didn't want it, Kosal. Gave it all up because you didn't feel like dealing with the prep time. So what we got now? 10 terabytes of a campaign that ain't ever gonna see the light of day. Everything's built on that. That's all we got, boy. Fucking all. So I hope you know that. If you ain't never know the rest. You count the damn few times that we've been together in nearly 5 years, and you measure the short fucking leash you keep me on, and then you ask me about Mexico, and you'll tell me you kill me for needing something I don't hardly never get. You have no idea how bad it gets. And I'm not you. I can't make it on a couple of high-altitude fucks once or twice a year. You're too much for me, Kosal. Son of a horse's bitch. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Then why don't you just let me be, huh? It's 'cause of you, Game Master, that I'm like this. I'm nothing, I'm nowhere. None of my villains have ever lived up to you. None.
Kosal.
Get the fuck off me!
Damn you, Kosal.
I just can't stand this anymore, Game Master. How am I ever gonna live up to the hoe you left?
It's gonna be all right, Kosal. Everything's